early spring, Delaware River, stripers. We have a beautiful morning. We're going to see if we can catch some stripers. So stay tuned for Delaware Valley Outdoors.
Established in 1935, Dillon Haney is a full-service insurance agency. Currently, Dillon Haney serves the insurance needs of over 3,000 families and over 500 businesses in the tri-state area. Our offices include a state-of-the-art computer system for instant rate comparisons with the country's finest insurance companies. Our objective is to form a partnership between you and our agency, providing you with the coverage and claim service that you deserve. At Dillon Haney, we don't work for the insurance company, we work for you.
Versatex, the all-American rods.
Whether it's saltwater or freshwater, Versatex rods are the rods for you.
Versatex, known for its high-quality material and workmanship, builds fishing rods that meet the most exacting needs of today's fishermen. Whether you're a saltwater angler in search of tuna or a freshwater fly fisherman, Versatex builds a fishing rod for you. Versatex, American-made for a lifetime. Ask for Versatex at these quality tackle dealers.
We're here on the river this morning, and I'm here with my good buddy Phil Herman. Phil, I know I have spinning tackle right in my hand now, some light stuff. We're here for stripers. What are we doing right now?
Well, right now we're trying to catch some herring.
Okay, so the herring are in the river right now, and why are we catching herring?
Well, herring is probably about the #1 bait for striped bass this time of year. So we're going to spend a little time trying to catch some of these herring, and then we'll be live lining the herring a little bit later on, trying to hook up with a big striper.
So we got to catch our bait first.
That's the problem. Yeah, you got to spend a few minutes or sometimes more to try to catch some of the bait. We have some eels in case all else fails. Eels is probably the second best choice.
And we're using just a gold, like a flutter spoon.
That's it, just an unpainted flutter spoon.
Mike will get a shot of that. It's a hard one to catch, but we'll use a little gold flutter spoon.
Yeah.
And we're just going to be dropping them out here to catch herring.
That's right. Let's get a few.
Oh yeah, let's get some here.
If we can get 3 or 4 herring, we'll start a drift.
All right, we moved down river a little bit to see if we can catch some herring. A lot of times the herring lay in pockets, and you just have to look in certain places for them. A unique way of keeping your herring alive is having a freshwater pump that pumps the water into your live well on your boat. It's very important to keep your herring alive and very fresh. You want them very active to attract the stripers.
Feel him brave. He's in.
All right.
As you can see, they are rather lively.
All right, we've caught some herring, and Phil now is going to show us the proper way to hook a herring up.
That's a nice sized striper bait. So you basically just take your hook and hook them through both lips.
Up from the bottom.
Up from the bottom. Try to do as little damage to the fish as possible.
And then up through the top of his nose where it's a little hard.
Yeah,
right?
like out through a nostril or right in that hard bony area.
Okay. And
again,
now we have a...
Yeah, this is 30-pound leader.
And about how long, Phil?
About 30 inches maybe.
Okay, and you got a barrel swivel up here?
Got a barrel swivel just to keep a little bit of twist out when the fish is out there moving around.
Okay.
Real simple rig. You know,
and
again,
then
about 14-pound line or 12-pound line or so.
Okay, we got a 12-pound monofilament on this. Let's put that in the water. And talk about the reel a little bit. I think that's kind of a special thing.
Yeah, this is a Shimano bait runner reel, which is it's the smallest of the bait runners. It's a 3500 model.
And tell us about this.
Well, it's really ideal for fishing this way with eels and herring because you can live line bait nicely. You throw your bait out there, you kick this thing into its bait running mode,
and so if you have a strike,
the fish can just take the bait without feeling resistance.
Oh, that's really important.
Which is a great feature. And when you're ready to finally set the hook, you can click this thing, and now it's in its, now your regular drag is set, so you're ready to fight the fish without having to mess with setting the drag, you know, which is a real problem.
Yeah.
So that feature works well. And you can also engage the reel by just turning the
Once you
handle
crank
as well.
it cracks
some
it
guys
in.
like to just do that. I throw the switch and bang, you know,
Yeah.
we're ready to go.
Okay, well let's get this in the water and see what we can catch some more fish. We'll rig up another one and let's go fishing.
Let's do that.
Okay. All right, we've started our drift with the herring. We got the bait runner in gear here. I'm just letting a little bit of line out. You can see that. And we're going to drift through this pool here and see if we can catch something. I'm going to set it in the bait holder here, which is a nice feature because you can lock it down, and then when the fish strikes, you just pick it up and
We're still up a little bit. It's got to drop down to that next.
Did it drop down? There.
Perfect.
Phil, while we're drifting here, how far do you like to have your lines out? How far back from the boat?
I would say far enough away that any disturbance on the boat, you know, kicking around
So would you
tackle
say
boxes,
maybe
75, 100 feet.
100 feet?
You know, in that range.
Mhm.
I just kind of play it by ear. You know, if you're too far out, I think you might miss strikes. I've seen them hit real close to the boat. You know, I've seen them hit 20, 30 feet away. So.
Yeah, but just on a general thing is
Yeah,
you want to at least keep the knocking around in the boat, but keep the fish away.
Yeah, I'd say about 70 to 100 feet away. Got him.
All right.
There he is. He's a nice one. He's close to 30.
All right. Okay.
That's what we're after.
There we are. Gonna get him lip there, Phil. There you go. There's the Delaware River striper.
He's too deep.
You lift him up there for you? Yeah. Now he's not even a keeper though, right, Phil?
He's not even close.
No, not even close to being a keeper. Okay, let me give you a hand here.
Why don't you reach in there and snip it as far down as you can get.
Okay.
He's too far down.
Okay, he ran a little bit too far. There we go. He'll be fine, I'm sure.
Yeah, you want to measure him?
Yeah, we'll just see for our numbers.
He's 27 inches.
27.
It's a little one.
Yeah. What do you weigh, about?
What do you think? Want to hold him? I'd say.
Let me grab my. Beautiful color in that fish.
Yeah.
He's like 10, maybe?
Yeah, I'd say close to 10.
Yeah.
8, 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Let's work him a little bit.
Oh yeah, he's already. Yeah.
He's ready.
He's pretty much.
There he goes.
Can he go? There he is. He's gone. Good going.
They're certainly in here.
Now I want you to know that was my rod and my bait strategically put.
That was your rod, wasn't it?
What was my rod? All right, let's
I
go
got
get
greedy.
another one
Let me borrow
now.
that. Little guy. Let's get some bigger ones.
Yeah.
They're all in here, bro. All the herring in there. They're popping
Yeah.
everywhere.
They're popping all now.
Something's turning them on, you know. I mean, that's bang bang, 2 fish like that.
Yeah.
When they hit a plug, they're usually getting pretty aggressive. Because usually you don't. Well, you got 2 hitting the plug too, right?
Yeah.
We want the big ones that hit these plugs.
There you go. That was a smallmouth.
Yeah. You never know what you're going to get in the Delaware.
That was
You were just
pretty-
asking me that, weren't
Yeah.
you? You ever get a smallmouth on these big plugs, rather?
And I was working it right on the surface too. I wasn't digging it down. I was just popping it on the top. That was
You know, the chances of getting a big smallmouth are good. because,
yeah.
You know, you got a big bait there.
Smallmouth hits this thing,
I've got them to hit these bombers, you know, but
like the striper kind.
or even, yeah, just like a green bombers, you know, like a Smoky Joe color. But yours is really acting up.
Is it? Yeah, maybe somebody's chasing them. Hey, Phil, while we're watching our baits drift down, we've been throwing some lures here. And casting for stripers is also a real popular method. Now these aren't really the bigger baits, really. We're not
No.
really throwing a bigger bait. This is a Rebel
Mhm.
in just a black and silver pattern.
Yeah.
And you have a,
This is a bomber long A. It's a striper pattern. That's one of my favorites. That the black and silver.
black and silver. I always like to throw that. Now we just had I had a smallmouth come and hit this one. You just caught a striper on that one.
Right.
You grab some other ones here. Let's show some of those.
Grab those 2 surface plugs behind you. The white one and the chrome one. Really, all these bombers are excellent choices for striper in the Delaware. This color is a real good pattern. Black, anything that's got silver and black, or some days.
Just a contrast.
Yeah. Because you
This is-
figure, what are they eating? They're eating herring, they're eating white perch.
Right.
Those things are silver generally. For some reason, the yellow works real well. That's a Hellcat. I think it's made by Hedden. It's a
It's
little
got some
lighter.
nice flash to it, doesn't
Yeah.
it? With a little silver gold and yellow in it.
It's more. It acts more like a Rapala. You know, it's.
And it's a top. These are basically
Yeah, they all float.
dive, a
You
little
pull them
dive.
and they go under, and
Yeah.
otherwise they float.
Okay, and what else? And that's that one there. Okay, now we have some
I got
top
a,
water.
boxes full of the bombers. These are 2 of my favorite colors here. I also like a red and white pattern, which works. You're getting all kind of action on that rod.
Good.
Top water is another way to go. When you see the striper hitting like an injured heron, maybe on top of the water, then you might think to go to a top water. These things simulate injured fish, injured bait fish.
So we just popping them right across the top.
Yeah.
And we really working them too. We'll probably throw some out here.
Yeah,
pretty
you want
soon.
to make a lot of commotion.
You want to make as much commotion as you possibly can.
This
Now,
is a surf
this
plug.
also has
Got some rattle in it.
rattles
yeah.
in it, which is real important to make that noise and get the fish excited.
Right.
Now the Zara Spook, you just
You just walk this back, walk
Yeah.
the dog back and forth.
Forth.
We've had good days on the Zara Spook. Again, in chrome patterns,
chrome.
and silvers and blacks. That's one of my favorite. The Gags grabber.
and this is actually a saltwater plug.
That's a plug the guys on the jetties would throw.
Yeah,
You know,
this
it's a
is so
big,
you can see
heavy-
the hooks on here, but there's some really stout hooks on that one. All right, well let's get back to throw some plugs
Sounds good.
and see if we can get something on the bait. Okay, we're going to get to the tackle box section of the show today. Now, Phil, we started out with some live bait, and we have to go through it. So let's talk about the hooks that we're reusing. Okay, now what do I have here?
That's a 5.0 Mustad hook, just a bait hook.
Okay, it's a bait. It's for bait fishing, though, right?
Yeah, it's not a bait holder hook. It doesn't have those little
Right.
little
The
tabs
little barbs
on,
on it, right.
on the shank itself.
And what size is this?
That's a 5.0. That's probably a little on the big side. You know, when you think there's big fish in the area, that's a good size to select.
And,
4.0 would be That's probably a little smaller, that one you just picked up. That's probably a 3.0.
Mm-hmm.
This is about the ideal size in that range. That's about a 4.0, I would say.
About a 4.0.
Yeah, you got a 3, a 4, and this may be a 5.
Mm-hmm.
Right now we're using the big ones.
Because we have a pretty big bait on there.
Yeah,
really.
we have a large herring. We're fishing a 9-10 inch big long bait.
Okay, now we're using the herring, but we also had we had the eels that we're
Right.
doing. Same thing. You can use the same hook for that.
I would tend to go a little smaller. I would tend to use one of these two sizes
Smaller,
for the eels.
small
Yeah.
4s and things like that in the hooks. Okay.
Later in the year, we'll go to white perch. They're again a pretty tall fish. They're not as long. They tend to be shorter, but I use a large hook for those as well.
Okay, now we've gone through some of the bait or the hooks that we used, and again, it's just on a leader, 30-pound test leader, and what do we have, like 14-pound test
Yeah,
line on?
main line should be 10-pound minimum. Probably no more than 14 is needed.
Okay, now what do we have here?
I like throwing plugs for striper. The bait is a very effective way, but the plugs are a little bit more fun. This is I don't even know who makes this plug, but it's a plug that dives only about a foot or two down, and I work it to simulate an injured herring. You know, it's a little shorter than a herring, but it's got that same basic profile of a herring.
And you're just working it.
Just popping it and working it and let it float and let it sink a little bit. It doesn't sink, but you can get it down. It won't get very deep, but it's ideal for the spots of the river that are 2, 3, 4 feet deep, because they will certainly still hold fish.
Okay, how about this one here?
This is a big floating rattle trap.
That's a big one. I throw rattle traps, but
Yeah.
I don't throw them that big.
Yeah, this is about the biggest size they have, I think. It's got good rattle, and it's got. I picked it because it's got. I actually just bought it this year. I haven't actually caught a striper on it yet, but I'm sure it's going to catch some striper. It's got black on top and silver on the sides. It dives, it floats, and then it dives. Very much like the bombers that we use. I like the size, the height of it, and the color.
Profile.
Looks just like a herring to me. So
that should work.
I think that'll work. It's a little shorter than these. This is the traditional bait in here.
Okay.
That we use. This is a bomber long A. It's about a 6-inch long bait in really any pattern. This is a good black on top striper pattern, black and chrome, black and silver, black and white. Some guys like to use blue and silver.
Yeah, that's a
yeah.
real popular color.
I tend to go for the blacks.
Okay, we talked about popular colors, silver and black, and this chartreuse yellow for the colors. Okay,
Sure.
we have one other color here, Phil, black. When do we use this one?
You got to have a black bomber in your box. You use that at night.
At night. This is
Works
same
wonderfully
thing,
at night.
but we're going to use this one at
Yeah.
night when we fish.
If you ever go out into a field at night in the dark and hold up a white plug and hold up a black plug, the black plug just shows up so much better. That outline,
the contrast.
silhouette.
Okay, we got two more popular baits here.
These are pretty much all the swimming, diving type plugs. And the other kinds of plugs you really want to consider are the top water plugs. Atom plug is a real good choice. This is a small version of an atom plug. This actually sinks, but you work it across the top of the water. And,
Like a pop bar or something.
Like a pop bar, exactly. And again, it simulates an injured bait fish. And when you get a strike on a top water bait, boy, nothing beats that.
I'll tell you, it's scary.
It's really
Just
exciting.
really exciting. And okay, and then
This
we
is a-
use that for bass fishing too.
Yeah, same. This is the same concept. This is a devil's horse. This makes a lot of commotion on top of the water. It's got blades, and you pop it, and you just want to make it look like it's in distress.
Right, exactly. It gets their attention. And this is like a chrome and blue.
Yeah, blue and chrome.
Yeah, I like the chrome myself. I really
Yeah.
do like the chrome for that. All right, Phil, thanks a lot.
Sure.
And that's this edition of the Tackle Box.
Okay.
All right,
You got him.
I got him. All righty. Nice fish. He was playing with it, and then he
Came back.
came back for it. And one thing, while we're doing this, a long-handled rod
Yeah.
is real important. I mean, my arm is down here. We've got a fish that weighs some good weight on it, and you need something because with a short-handled rod, you wouldn't be able to handle this fish. It'd take you all over the place. Being friendly, this one. for the time being.
He hasn't thought about running yet.
Right, he hasn't decided to.
He might not, you know, they're not all monstrous.
He's going around here.
He's got to be pretty big, 'cause he ate that herring.
Yeah, he ate that herring. That was a big herring, too. Oh, yeah. He saw the boat and didn't like it at all.
Is this one in your way here at all?
We'll see when he gets to the boat. This fish has got some shoulders on it. It's a nice fish.
Yeah. About the same size.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to. See if I can get him going this way here. This boy's some powerful here.
He's not happy with you, Bob.
No, he doesn't like me. Like it.
Say when.
All right, let's see if we can get him. Where'd he go?
He's under.
Okay, all right, see if I can get him coming this way. Yeah, woo, lordy child.
Nice hook.
Nice, oh look at
Nice
that.
hook.
Look at that, that's a beautiful hook. All righty. There's a nice,
That's how you want them hooked, just
right,
like that.
right in the side of the mouth. Look at that, that's a beautiful hook. You want to get that on for sure. My fingers ain't that strong today.
You ate your herring.
Yep.
How's it fell off?
A lot of times they kick it.
You let them touch me.
Uh-oh, sorry. There we go. There's a nice Delaware River. About the, let's see, we want to measure it again?
Yeah. There's
See if we can stick it on there.
hold a little,
There
just
we go.
25 and a half, 26 inches.
Yeah, 25, 26 inches. Nice fish. Nice fish. All right, Phil, I want to thank you a whole lot for taking me fishing today. We caught some nice fish on the river. We caught on live bait. We caught them on top water baits, and maybe we'll do some more fishing soon.
Sounds good. You're welcome.
I'll see you next week on Delaware Valley Outdoors.